Welcome to All About Articulation, where we do a deeper dive into the articulation of some of your favorite action figures while glossing over things like sculpt, paint apps, character history, because I suck at that, and there are already so many great reviews on YouTube who do that already, so I don't want to waste your time. Before I begin, just want to let you guys know my microphone got fucked up, so I'm using like a substitute backup mic. So I apologize that the audio quality for this video is going to be a little shittier. And also, just like the rest of the videos that I did for this batch of reviews, I'm just trying something new with the camera. I'm sort of doing like a body cam type of deal. I just got like my camera mounted to my chest so I could be hands free, and also I could direct the camera and move it around without having to, take my hands off the figure. Um, I hope that you guys don't get nauseous or experience any sort of motion sickness. If it gets annoying, please let me know so I can always go back to a stationary camera in the future. But moving on. For this review, the final figure in this sort of wave batch that I did is the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Arkham Asylum, I believe, Joker. This was a Joker that came out um, months ago. I never bothered to get him. I did like the look. No, let me correct myself. I love the look. This, to me, is Joker. I mean, that's just Joker perfection. It's perfection. But as an articulation maniac, nut, psychopath that I am, I took one look at the ab crunch, one solid piece of abdominal plastic. I said, no way, there's not going to be any crunch to this. But then I saw him on sale. He was, being sold for like I think $15, and there was a lot of word was getting around about how good the figure was, and I loved, like I said, I loved the look. I think the sculpt is just fantastic. I said, all right, why not? And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I bought him because right off the bat, let me just tell you, the ab crunch, you might not be able to see it. Oh, but it's in there. It's in there. The torso is very, very soft. The plastic used, it's think Storm Collectibles, where they use a big. It's a combination of hard and soft plastic, depending on the articulation, and that's what they did here. The articulation is not hindered at all by. It's a very soft, rubbery torso. So as you can see, and I know I'm completely jumping out of order, but this is one of my main gripes about the figure, and my fears were so relieved that you can crunch him down. He can go very far down. I mean, look how far down he can crunch. And you can feel the crunching mechanism in there too. I don't want to pull this apart, although I'm very curious. I kind of want to, but I'm not going to do it. But you could feel it. You could feel that there is an ab joint in there. It's just covered by the solid, soft but solid rubber piece. And he can go really far back, extend his back. There's his back extension, and there's his ab crunch, right? Perfect. So I was just being a big baby. I was just complaining about, oh, this is gonna suck, and I had no reason to because McFarlane Toys they shocked the hell out of me, and now I feel that this is probably one of my best Jokers in my collection. I mean, if not the best. Although he does stand a little tall, that's my one gripe. He is a little tall, but what are you gonna do? I mean, he's almost taller than Azrael over here. Azrael's supposed to be 6'4", and he's taller than Batman, which is kind of it's always annoying. I don't like my Joker taller than my Batman, but he is phenomenal in the amount of articulation. So okay, let me just do a quick measurement for you. Okay, he stands at about, well, if we're measuring by the top of his hair, he stands about 7 inches and 7 1/4. Yeah, 7 1/4. But his eye line, look at his eye line. His eye line is at 6 1/2. So there's a lot of stuff going on between eyeball to hair, and that adds to his height. So depending on how you like to pose and display your figures, and based on, I guess, what you consider, I mean, height is the top of the head, right? There's no disputing that. That's your height, from the tip top of your head. But when when you got guys like kind of squaring up and against each other, and about to fight and about to, give each other a beating, or staring each other down, then it's kind of more, I think the more relevant measurement would be the eye line. But hey, to each their own. I'm just telling you, the top of the head is about 7 1/4, but eyeball is about 6 1/2, just for future reference. Okay, and it comes with, oh, I love these things. These. Every action figure should come with stands. It's so simple. Just a small little piece of plastic, this thin. You know what I mean? Come on, come on, Marvel Legends. Come on. Okay, articulation. Well, we already did the abs. The neck, he can go that far up, which is great. I mean, he can look up. That's all I can ask for. Maybe, just maybe, I'm going to, you know, do a little bit of digging in. As you can see, I already sort of dremeled just a little bit out there, just a little bit. Originally, the hole was that for the head peg, and I just gave it just a little bit more clearance. So now the peg, which is that, can you see it? There it is. That's the ball joint. It goes in. The neck does not move, just the head, and now he can look that far up, and I think it's totally worth it because he could point his gun at a descending Batman. It's really cool. Love that. Okay, he can get his arms that far up, so it's horizontal and parallel to the floor. Okay, like that. It's he has butterfly cuts, but no true butterfly joint. I mean, you get a little bit of wiggle, but it's not much there. So for all intents and purposes, it's not a butterfly joint. He's got an upper bicep swivel, um, double jointed elbows that come all the way down. Look at that. He could he could scratch his own shoulder or pick his teeth. There you go. But here, look at that. Look at how far his elbows can bend. That's just phenomenal. Articulation, nuts, rejoice. Um, he's got the typical Mcfarlane wrists, but they don't get too much movement because of this yellow sort of sleeve. I don't know what they are. I guess the inside of the sleeves of his yellow shirt. So it kind of hinders a little bit of the movement there, but it's okay. I'm not going to complain. We already went over the crunch, ab crunch, back extension. He can, of course, twist all around, and he can do a lot of pivoting and movement. He gets great split. All Mcfarlane toys get great splits. Love that. That's his Van Damme split. And can he get a Glenn Webb? Not really, because again, his ankle pivot rotation and movement is kind of hindered by the bottom of his pants. Speaking of his pants and his knees, he gets double jointed knees that allows him to kick his own butt. Um, yeah, man, this is a great Joker. This is Mcfarlane just killing it. I mean, for $20 figures, $20. It doesn't come with much though. So you do. It's very lacking in the accessories. Um, this is a knife. His it comes with only two hands, a gun holding trigger finger hand, and this sort of open um, claw-like hand. He comes with a bunch of those teeth things, and and he comes with this revolver here. But he doesn't come with a knife, which I thought was a shame. Because I thought you saw Joker, Joker does well with knives. So I just found one of the knife line run. I think this is from one of the Gears of War figures from Storm Collectibles because it has a really fat handle, as you can see. So it kind of fits into the this claw hand, and if you just sort of squeeze it in and don't have to do too much wild movements, he can hold it pretty well. And that's just that's just such a that's just such a baller Joker. Look at this guy. Fucking A, man. That's my fucking Joker right there. Oh, anyway, for 20 bucks, 20 bucks, get him. That's all I have to say. And yeah, you won't regret it. All right? Okay, I'm out.